Hey guys, welcome back to another video by Bros Behind the Keyboard. So for today's video, we are going to be making a simple keylogger using Python. Now what a keylogger does is, it's not really, it is actually very useful in knowing what keys have been typed using the keyboard. So what I will do is, I have opened my IDE, it's called PyCharm, and here I will create a new directory and let me name it Keylogger. Here I will create another file, a Python file here, and let me name it main. So now this main thing opens and I need to go to the terminal and I need to install some packages. So the package which I need to install is called PyInput. It is the main input package for which is used in Python programming, and we'll say pip install PyInput. And now when we click enter, it should just take a few seconds to download, and we'll just wait for it to happen. And as you can see, I've already installed Python. I've already installed PyInput. So let's begin with the main program. So the first thing we need to do is we'll say from say PyInput dot keyboard import listener. And there are also two other packages. They are already part of Python, so you don't need to install it. So we'll say import OS, and we'll say import logging. Then we'll go down and we need to find a location where we need to save the logging. So what we will do is we will create a variable called user, and we will use the OS package to get the name. So we'll say os.getLogin to get the name of the user, and then we'll say logging directory, and this is another path which we'll be using the f string, and we'll say c slash users slash, and here we will open the braces and we will say user, and more then again we'll say desktop. Okay, that's a really bad spelling. Say desktop. Then I'll go down and you need to actually begin the logging. So what we will say is we will use the logging package which we imported above, and we'll say logging dot basic config. We need to create the file name. So we'll say, again we will be using this as an f string, and we'll say f string dot logdir slash, and here we will say log dot txt. We will be saving it as a as a text file, and the level will be logging.debug, because we need to actually see the keys which have been inputted. So we'll say logging.debug, and we also need to input a format. So our format, oh no, okay, so our format needs to be how we want it. So what I will do is I will take a percentage sign and I will say ASC time. Actually, I'll need to put this inside brackets. So what I will do is I will put a brace, and I will put, yeah, here, and I will say ASC time S, and here we will put a colon, and again we will put a percentage sign, and we will say message, message, and we will close this and put an S again. So basically what this does is this sees the time in which we have input in this sees the time, and then this shows what we have input. And then what we need to do is we will go down two lines and I will create a function. Let me just name this def handler, and here I will input a key and I will put logging dot info, and I will put the key here. Okay, now that this is done, I need to use the listener which we imported from here so that it actually inputs the thing. We will do this by saying with listener, and we will give it a function, say on press is equal to, and here we'll say handler. Okay, I think I have made a mistake. Okay, anyway, handler as listener with a small l, I will say listener, and here I will put braces again. Here I will put the colon again and say listener dot join. And when I do this, if I am correct, this program should run correctly, but okay, we are getting errors, so let's just see the thing. And okay, yeah, the mistake is I need to put an underscore here. Okay, now I think all the errors are gone. Then what I will do is I will just right click here and I will run the program. Okay, what happens when I run this? Okay, 0 positional arguments but 1 was given. So what this means is okay, so I think the solution to this will be okay, level format. Okay, yeah, so the mistake which we have done here is we need to give it an argument which is file name. Okay, now that this is done, our program should run correctly if I'm not mistaken. And okay, so I think it has started running. And so what I will do here, I will just go down around here, type some random stuff, say hello world, may say bbtkb. Okay, then I'll put some more nonsense, and now when I stop it, okay, just let me go here and delete this code so that it doesn't interfere with our program. And now when I minimize it, what I will find is there is a log file made here. Now when I double click to open it, okay, as you can see, the first thing I did was a bunch of nonsense and I did Control L. And if you go back and see, I have typed hello world here, I've said BB. I have corrected the T to a back using a backspace. So basically, I've done everything. This has logged in everything. Now, what I can do is another thing is that I can also import another package called shutIL. So, what I will say from shutIL import, and here I will say copy file. So basically what this thing does is I will say here just below, actually not here, we'll go up and yes, okay, below this I will say copy file. So the two things I need to input two things. The first thing is the path of the file, so I'll say main.py, and the next thing is I will again use it as an f string. So this is, so now the purpose of this thing is to give a path where you can use it on startup. We'll say c slash users slash, and I will say username user. Then I will put more slashes here, and I will put app data roaming my, actually, you know what, let me correct this. I will say Microsoft, and okay, let me erase this. And then after Microsoft I will put start menu slash, and I will say startup. Now what this does is this will put the entire program which we have just written here, and it will take this program and it will put it inside the startup folder. This means that whenever you start a Microsoft computer using and do this thing, I don't really know about Macs or Linux system, but if you use this on Microsoft, then what it will start doing is every time you switch on your computer, this will start logging in. I won't execute this code because I don't want such stuff on my laptop, but anyway, you get the idea. So that's it guys for this video. I hope you enjoyed our project. If you want to see more amazing content like this, please subscribe to our channel Bros Behind the Keyboard, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.